Dear viewers, this video is extremely important for all those who have applied for Wbjee Counselling. Hope you are all done with choice locking and awaiting your first round seat allotment results to be published on 31st of August. In this video, I will share with you some very important tips to be followed after the publication of round 1 results relating to upgradation and acceptance of seats. So do watch this video till the end and subscribe the channel to get more updates relating to Wbjee Counselling in future. Dear viewers, now what to do after the publication of round 1 results? If you want to get the best college within your Wbjee rank, you have to follow a very structured method, and we will discuss that in this video relating to upgradation and seat acceptance in details. Let's move on to the next slide. The allotment of first cycle will be declared on a pre-scheduled date and all registered candidates will be informed by SMS. This has been stated by Wbjee board. After that, the candidates will log in to check their allotment. The allotment status will show the institute and branch in which he or she has been allotted a seat and his or her choice number. So once you get the SMS from Wbjee board on 31st of August, kindly log in to check your allotment. You will be given just one allotment. For example, Jadavpur University Computer Science Department or X College Computer Science and Engineering Department. This is how the choices will be allotted. You might have filled in n number of colleges with so many streams, but you will be given only one allotment. Now, after getting the allotment, what a candidate can do? There are 3 options. Number 1, the candidate can accept and freeze the seat. Option number 2, accept with option for a possible upgradation to his or her higher choices. And the third one is do nothing. Now we will discuss these 3 options in details in the following slide. The first option is accept and freeze the seat. If you are satisfied with your allotment, then you can pay the seat acceptance fee. For government college and TFW seat, the price or the fee is rupees 5,000. For private institutes, it is 40,000. So you can simply pay the seat acceptance fee and download the allotment letter, which is provisional and is subject to successful physical verification by the concerned institute. So you have to download the allotment letter from Wbjee website and then contact the concerned institute for the final admission. The next option is accept with option for a possible upgradation to higher choices. The candidate needs to click on yes upgradation while accepting the seat. The next option is you are not satisfied with your present allocation. So what you can do, you can go for upgradation. In that case, you have to click yes upgradation and then pay the seat acceptance fee. The same thing here, 5,000 for government institutes and TFW seats, 40,000 for private institutes, and then download the allotment letter again, which is provisional and is subject to successful physical verification by the concerned institute. One thing to remember, even if you are not satisfied with your present allocation and you want to go for upgradation, you have to pay the seat acceptance fee. If you don't pay the seat acceptance fee, you will not be considered in the present cycle for a further upgradation. So this one is very important. The third option is do nothing. Here the candidate will not be considered for admission in the present cycle. The next one is the seat allotted to him or her shall be deemed to be vacated for the current cycle and will be allotted to those who have paid the seat acceptance fee and express their willingness for upgradation within the same cycle. So that seat will be declared as a vacant seat and will be allotted to those candidates who have opted for yes upgradation. And the third one, as mentioned here, the candidate will be reconsidered in the next cycle. So if you do nothing, you will again be considered in the second cycle. How you will be considered in the second cycle, we will discuss that in this video. So stay tuned and see till the end of this video. Moving on to the next part. What about the upgradation? Now, when a candidate accepts the seat allotted to him or her and pays the requisite fee and opts for upgradation, his or her allotment may be upgraded within the current cycle or in the next cycle. So this is a new inclusion this year in 2020. This year, there is an option for upgradation within the present cycle even. So let's see how you can get upgraded automatically even in round 1. If upgraded, the candidate will be intimated by SMS. Also, the scheduled dates of allotment are pre-announced. Candidates are advised to remain alert and check his or her upgradation status immediately. So you know that there is an option to get upgraded even within the first round. The counseling schedule is before you. You will receive an SMS. Despite that, the WBJ has asked you to log into your profile on the given date and see your upgraded seat. Now, if you are upgraded, you are left out with two options. What are the two options within the first cycle? Number 1, accept and freeze the upgraded seat. Candidates can accept the seat and opts for no upgradation. So in the first round, in the previous section, you went for upgradation, but now you have been given a seat which you like a lot, which you accept. You can completely go for no upgradation and lock the seat. What is the other one? The other one is accept the upgraded seat and opt for further upgradation. So once again, there is a chance to upgrade your seat. Even if you are not satisfied with the upgraded seat in round 1, you can go for yes upgradation once again. Now, there are some conditions. Let us see the condition here. In either case, the candidate must pay positive differential amount of provisional admission fee, if any. On the other hand, if any amount is refundable, the same will be refunded online to the candidate's bank. As you can see, for example, in round 1, first time you are allotted in a private engineering institute, but now you have been upgraded to a government college, but even then you are not satisfied, you will be refunded. But at the same time, if you are to pay the extra amount, you have to do so that you get considered in the next round. So this has to be remembered and has to be done accordingly. Now moving on to the next slide and see the other conditions here. The upgraded candidate has no option of not accepting the upgradation. Once upgraded, the earlier seat is automatically cancelled and allotted to other deserving candidate. That means the candidate cannot reverse the upgradation. In other words, he or she cannot claim his or her earlier seat back. So if you are upgraded within round 1, you have to accept the present seat and you can't go back to the previous seat once again. So it's a one-way process. You can't go back. So that is very clear in this guideline. The next condition, if the candidate fails to accept the upgradation or pay positive differential amount, then the upgraded allotment is also cancelled. Of course, he or she will be considered in the next cycle. He or she will be given a chance to go for fresh choices and will be considered for fresh allotment based on the new vacancy. Once again, this is very important announcement. If the candidate fails to pay the differential amount, then he or she will be cancelled from the present cycle, but will be considered once again in the next cycle, where they will have the opportunity to set new choices. The next condition, those who accept the upgradation and opts for further upgradation in round 1 will have the currently upgraded seat in hand and also have the opportunity of further upgradation in subsequent cycles. So one thing, it is very clear that when you get an upgraded seat in round 1, you can retain that seat and move on to the next cycle for further consideration. Next, it is mentioned here, any candidate who opts for further upgradation at any stage in any cycle are not allowed to modify his or her choices subsequently. So if you are upgraded to the next round, that is round 2, you won't be given this opportunity to set your choices once again, because you have already set your choices and your counseling is going on based on the choices given at the time of registration. Now here the first cycle closes above and second cycle starts. So let us come up with a summary of the first cycle. The first cycle says that you are given 3 options. One is accept and freeze the seat. Number 2 is go for upgradation, and number 3 is do nothing. Option 1 is if you accept the seat, then it is fine, but if you upgrade, then again there is a chance to get a new allotment even in round 1, and if you do nothing, then you will not be considered in round 1 anymore. So we are done with round 1 and now we move on to round 2. In round 2, first we'll have to see that which candidates or what kind of candidates will be considered. Number 1, those who did not get any allotment in the earlier cycle. Such candidates need not register, they need not upload documents anew. So it is very clear that those who have not received any seat in the previous cycle, they will be considered and they will not have to register again. They will not have to upload any document. Number 2, those candidates who were allotted seats in the previous cycle but did not accept or did nothing, such candidates need not register. They did not upload documents anew. So again, there was an option of doing nothing. So those who opted that option, do nothing, they need not re-register again. Even they do not have to upload the documents again. Number 3, candidates who accepted upgraded seats in the earlier cycle with option of further upgradation, they also do not need to upload the documents anew. Number 4, the candidates who did not get any allotment in the earlier cycle as the documents were rejected based on screening, they need to upload the documents anew. So number 4 here, as we can see, is important, that candidates who were rejected based on screening, they will have to upload the documents anew. And those who did not register in the earlier cycles, they can make fresh registration. Number 5, those who did not register in the earlier cycles, they can make fresh registration and they need to upload documents as usual. So these are the 5 kind of candidates, those who can be considered in the second cycle. And documents verification, as we know, in the previous years documents were verified in the reporting center, but this time because of pandemic situation, documents will be verified online, and in round 2 documents of group 4 and 5 will be verified only by the virtual reporting center. Only 4 and 5, because 1, 2 and 3, these 3 groups, their documents were already their documents were verified in round 1. Regarding choice filling, choice locking, allotment, acceptance and upgradation, let me tell you that group 3 will not be allowed to do all these things because they accepted the upgraded seats in the earlier cycle with option of further upgradation. So in this round, that is round 2, they will not be allowed to do all these stuffs like choice locking or new choice filling. They will not be allowed. And the other process, other detailed process will be same as in the first cycle. The subsequent cycles will also run just like the second cycle. So in the third cycle also the same things will be followed. Hope this video has given you a fair idea to take your steps accordingly after the publication of round 1 results. So be very cautious and take your steps very methodically so that you get the best college within your WBJE rank. If you have any question, any doubt, any query, you can put your question in the comment box, and do not forget to subscribe this channel. If you like this video, kindly share this with your friends, and thank you all for watching this video.